Hi class! Today we're going to be reading The Very Greedy Bee. But first, have you ever been reading a story and then all of a sudden you come across a word that you've never seen before and you don't know the meaning to it? Yeah, you have? So have I. What do you do when you come across words like that? You skip the word. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Skip the word and see if you can find out the meaning by reading on. Yeah. You try to sound it out. That's a really smart way to do it. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, how do you feel when you don't know those words? You feel kind of mad sometimes. Me too. Yeah, definitely feel kind of mad. You feel kind of sad, like maybe you don't want to finish the book. Yeah, sometimes I get that way too when I don't know the word. Well, guess what? Today I brought a chart with me, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can figure out words that you don't know, and the easiest ways to do that. That way you can read any book you come across. Okay? All right. So The Very Greedy Bee by Stephen Smallman and illustrated by Jack Tickle. In a busy beehive lived a very greedy bee. And all the other bees worked hard making honey and cleaning the hive. But the greedy bee spent all day gobbling pollen and... What's this word? Well, here's ways that we can find out. So everybody grab the anchor chart that I showed you. And the first one says eagle eye. Look at the pictures. Okay, so let's look at the pictures. What does he look like he's doing here? He looks like he's eating a lot of nectar, right? All right. So the next one says, stretchy snake, stretch it out. So let's try to stretch the word out. Guzzling. Do you think you know it? Guzzling, you're right. Guzzling is that word. All right, so let's start. But the greedy bee spent all day gobbling pollen and guzzling nectar. Slurp, slurp, burp. Slurp, slurp, burp. The greedy bee wouldn't share his nectar with anyone. He wouldn't even let a tired ladybug sit on his flower. Find your own flower, he shouted. This one is mine. Mine. When one day the greedy bee found a meadow full of the biggest, juiciest flowers he had ever seen, he decided not to tell anyone. Yummy, he buzzed. Lots and lots and lots of flowers, and they're all for me. Wow. The greedy bee. Ooh, what about this word? Does anybody know that word? Well, let's look at our chart. We can figure it out. So what about the one that says chunky monkey? Break up the word. Let's try that. What-ised. What-ised. Does anybody know it? Well, why don't we skip down to the one that says trying lion? Keep trying. Let's try to look at the pictures. What does he look like he's doing? Flying around. So let's look at the word again. Whizzed. Whizzed. Good job. He whizzed and bizzed from flower to flower, slurping and burping and growing fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. And at last his tummy was full and he settled down on a big pink flower in the warm yellow sunshine and fell fast asleep. When the greedy bee woke up, it was dark. He tried to fly, but his tummy was so rolly and so pulley that biff, bang, thud, he went down instead of up and crashed, biff, bang, thump, to the ground. I'm scared, cried the greedy bee, and I don't know how to get home. He then saw two glowing eyes in the long grass. Eek, he cried, a monster is coming to eat me. But it wasn't a monster, it was two friendly fireflies, their bottoms. What's this word? Well, let's look at the picture. What are the fireflies doing? They're glowing, right, with their bottoms glowing in the dark. What's wrong? They asked. I'm too full to fly, wailed the greedy bee, and I can't walk home in the dark. Follow us, said the fireflies, and they all set off on the long journey home. Through forests of flowers and squishy mud, over the hills and under the stars trudged the greedy bee. He had never walked so far, and he was very tired. Nearly there, called the fireflies, and then he heard the whoosh of rushing water. I'm almost home, cried the greedy bee excitedly. It's the stream, and it was, but his hive was on the other side of it. Oh no, said the greedy bee sadly. Ooh, what's this word here? Should we use chunky monkey and chunk it up? I think so. Flopping. 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 Good job. Flopping down in the grass. How will I ever get across? We'll help you, said a tiny ant with a big leaf. The ant and his friends flipped the big leaf into the water. Jump on, they cried. Helped by the fireflies, the greedy bee and the ants made their way, splishing and splashing, to the other side of the stream. Hooray, I'm home, cheered the greedy bee. Where have you been? Asked the other bees. I overslurped, said the greedy bee. I would never made it home if it weren't for my new friends and them being so kind. But I'm going to share my best honey with them. Would you like some too? Yes, said the other bees. Let's have a party. Everyone enjoyed a midnight. Oh, what's this word? Should we skip it and look at the pictures? I think we should. What do they look like they're doing? They're eating a lot, right? What's another word for eating a lot? Like we call it a Thanksgiving feast. Good job. A midnight feast of yummy, runny honey, all except for one very sleepy, very happy, but not so greedy bee. Was that a lot easier with the anchor chart to be able to figure out the words that you don't know that you may come across? Yeah? Oh, I'm glad. So you guys can put these in your notebooks, and then I want you to go back to your individual writing stations and reading stations, and I want you to read your book. And if you come across words that you don't know, you can pull out your anchor chart whenever you want and follow the tips that I gave you, and you'll be able to figure out any word that you don't know. All right?